Welcome back to DarkCoping, where horror meets the mind. August 2026 is bringing a heavy slate of psychological thrillers, sci-fi horror, and creature features straight to your screens. Whether you're looking for deep thematic explorations of grief, a bloody fight for survival, or an elite crime thriller, here is your complete breakdown of every horror and thriller hitting streaming and video on demand this month. Kicking off the month on August 1st, we have Soulmate. Set in the same universe as Megan, this sci-fi thriller follows a grieving widower who buys an artificially intelligent android designed to be a companion. As he works to make her feel like a sentient partner and fill his emotional void, the AI begins to develop needs of her own, transforming what was meant to be a comfort into a deadly obsession. It promises an intense look at grief, isolation, and the terrifying blurred lines of human-machine relationships. Releasing on August 7th is a Shudder exclusive, The Yeti. When an oil tycoon and a famous adventurer disappear into the brutal winter of remote northern Alaska, a rescue team goes in after them. What they don't realize is that they are trespassing on a Yeti's territory, making the freezing, isolating elements the absolute least of their worries. Cryptid horror in an inescapable snowy setting is always great for analyzing survival dynamics under pressure. Also dropping on August 7th, Netflix brings us The Last House, directed by Louise Leterrier. This sci-fi horror thriller traps a family of four inside their home as a mysterious threat lurks outside and their supplies rapidly dwindle. It's a claustrophobic setup perfect for analyzing human psychology, paranoia, and family dynamics under extreme pressure. Hitting video on demand and digital on August 11th for the retro slasher fans is The Boy from Below. Set on Halloween night in 1997, a masked killer starts bringing classic slasher films to life, forcing a video store clerk into a desperate fight for survival. Arriving mid-month on August 14th is the Shudder original Hellcat. A woman named Lena wakes up in a moving camper trailer with a horrifying wound. The driver warns her that they have exactly 1 hour to get her to a doctor or she'll succumb to an unimaginable fate. As her pain sets in and her grip on reality begins to fray, the question becomes, who is the real threat? It promises a tense, ticking clock psychological descent. On August 21st, also coming to Shudder, if you want something entirely unconventional, check out Buffet Infinity. Echoing classic sketch shows like SCTV, this horror comedy relies entirely on cross-cutting between original, low-budget local TV commercials. Together, these ads tell the sinister story of two rival restaurants battling it out in the fictional town of Westridge County. Expect a bizarre, experimental descent into madness. Releasing on August 28th, if you prefer gritty, psychological crime thrillers, Netflix brings a massive heavy hitter, The Whisper Man. Based on Alex North's hit novel and starring Adam Scott alongside Robert De Niro, this film follows a widowed crime writer whose 8-year-old son is abducted. To find him, he's forced to turn to his estranged father, a retired detective who caught a notorious serial killer decades ago. But as they dig in, they realize the new abduction is deeply tied to the old murders. This looks poised to be an intense, harrowing study of generational trauma, father-son relationships, and buried secrets. Joining The Whisper Man on August 28th, Shudder rounds out its summer slate with Penny Lane is Dead. Set during a scorching Australian summer in 1986, this gritty throwback to 80s Ozploitation horror follows a group of teenage girls celebrating a college acceptance at a remote beach house. But when a jealous, troubled cousin plays a cruel prank, the night devolves into a brutal, claustrophobic fight for survival. Expect a mean, dirty, and chaotic exploration of revenge and betrayal. That's your August 2026 streaming lineup. Which of these are you adding to your watch list, and which ones do you want us to do a deep dive analysis on? Let us know down in the comments, and as always, keep surviving the dark.